G'day and welcome to Get Organised Photos Work Along Lesson 2. Today we're going to be looking at how we manage our photos in Photoshop Elements Organizer. Now that you've pulled all of your photos into Photoshop Elements Organizer, you might be wondering what you do now. What if you want to change something? What if you have to move something or you found duplicates or whatever the story is? What we want to do is manage our photos from within Photoshop Elements for the most part. That leads to less confusion and broken files or disconnected files. Photoshop Elements works with a database, but it also works with the photos on your hard drive. So if you move them around on your hard drive, it won't be updated in Photoshop Elements. So you might end up with disconnected files. So I'll show you how to deal with that in another video, but for now let's look at how we can manage our photos inside Photoshop Elements Organizer. Now, to access your folders, you need to click on the folder button. In the folder view, all of these folders are just all listed in alphabetical order, and it's not super intuitive. So you want to go to View as Tree. Now that'll take a little while to generate it, but it makes it a lot easier to manage. So now I'm just browsing through my photo folders to see which photos it's actually including in Photoshop Elements, because I don't need all of those. I do need these camera roll ones. Have a look here, scrapbooking. I don't really need all my scrapbooking stuff in here. I'm going to delete that folder. Now, I'm not deleting it from the hard drive, so just be sure that you don't. And I need my Dropbox photos. And I think everything's looking pretty good. Now, it'll always take a moment just to refresh as it's unloading those. So if I wanted to move or change anything, I certainly can within the folders view. So these photos here are all from my parents' camera. So what I'm going to do is actually click and drag it down the very long way to the bottom where the Shannon's camera photos live. A folder with the same name already exists at the requested location. Well, that's not good, because that probably means I've got duplicates. So I probably need to head back over to that awesome duplicate finder and see what the story is. I'm also going to go ahead and rename some of these folders, because I have a naming convention that's a little bit different to how those were named. So now my folders are all messed up. We'll just rename it 17th of the 9th. Hopefully this will work. An existing folder has the same name. Oh, Edward's looking worried about that. So what we want to do is actually move this photo into the 17th of the 9th, 2012. So there's that duplicate folder. I'm going to move my photo here. There we go. And let's try this again. 16th of the 9th. All right. 19th of the 9th. Oh, there's no folder there. So I can just go ahead and rename that folder. Let's try that again. Oops, cancel. Right mouse button, click rename folder. 18th of the 9th. Here we go. Now, over the years, I've had a few different naming conventions, so I want to go ahead and make all of these consistent. And that way they'll actually appear consistent in my folder structure. Some of the events aren't just for one day, and so when I've named them, they appear out of order. And that's really annoying to someone like me who likes things to be in order. So it's pretty easy to just go in here and add a space where needed and organize all of my photos to be in the same consistent naming structure. Now, don't let this overwhelm you. I've done this class several times. Of course, I created the class and then I've run it several times. So at this point in my photo organizing, I'm getting down to those last, the 1%ers, as they might say in sport, that make a little bit of difference. If you're still struggling with overwhelm, don't even look at this video. In fact, turn it off now, go back to the lesson and just finish what you're doing there. If you're ready to go to the next level, for sure, go ahead and do the little bits that will make your photo library beautifully neat and tidy.